Hello, my dear students. Hello, my dear students. You all are welcome to my geography class. I am going to discuss with you all today chapter number 1, that is population, distribution, density, growth, and composition from the book India, People and Economy. From this chapter, already I have discussed the first portion, that is about the distribution of population in our country. And the topic which I have selected to discuss with you all is the density of population. So today we are going to discuss about density of population. Okay. So we will be discussing like what do we mean by density of population, okay, and the density of population of our country, as well as the variation in the density of population among different states and all. Okay. So let us proceed to the discussion. See, what is density actually, or what do we mean by density of population? Density of population is expressed as the number of persons per unit area. Okay, so basically density of population is the average number of person per unit area. Okay, that means the total average, okay, the total average number of people, okay, in terms of the available area. The density of population, it helps in getting a better understanding of the spatial distribution of population in relation to land. So this density of population, it helps us to get a better information, okay, about the man-land ratio, about the distribution of population in relation to the land. In order to find out the density of population, we basically use a formula, and the formula is the density of population is equal to total population divided by total area. Okay, so we will be getting the average number of person per unit area, and that is the density. So suppose I want to find out the density of population of an area of a particular place whose area is 10 square kilometer, okay, and whose total population is 100, suppose. So I will be dividing 100, that is the total population, divided by total area, that is 10. So on an average I will be getting 10 persons per square kilometer. Okay, so that is the density of population. Okay, so density of population is actually the average number of people living in per unit area, or to be more precise, living in per square kilometer area. Okay. The density of population is a crude measure of man and land relationship. The density of population is a measure of man and land relationship. It is a ratio between the human beings and between the available land. Okay. To get a better insight into the human land ratio in terms of pressure of population on total cultivable land, the physiological and the agricultural densities should be found out, which are significant for a country like India having a large agricultural population. Okay, so as we studied that density of population is actually the ratio between the man and the land. Okay, but in a country like India where a larger percentage of the people are dependent on agriculture, so we need to study about the ratio between the available agricultural land and also between the total number of person, or we need to find out the ratio between the total agricultural population as well as the total agricultural land. So for that we need to study about physiological density and agricultural density. Okay, what are this physiological and agricultural density actually? Physiological density basically refers to the total population. Okay, it basically refers to the average number of people, okay, per unit of agricultural land, per unit of cultivated area. So in order to find out the physiological density, we use the formula total population divided by net cultivated area, that is the total land available for agriculture. There is another term, that is agricultural density, which provides us the ratio between the farmers and the net agricultural land. Okay, and that is known as agricultural density. In order to find out the agricultural density, we use the formula agricultural density is equal to total agricultural population divided by net cultivable area. That means the total number of people who are dependent on agriculture divided by total agricultural land. Okay, this is how we find out the agricultural density. Okay, see, and if we see the variation in the density of population of our country, okay, from one state to another, there is like a lot of interesting informations and all. Okay, like as per the 2011 census, the density of population in India is 382 persons per square kilometer. Like the total population of India is 1210 million, and the total available land is 3.28 million square kilometer. So when we divide 1210 million population, okay, by 3.28 million square kilometer, we get the average number of people, that is 382 persons per square kilometer. Okay, and this is the average density of population in our country. But there has been a variation, okay, from one state to another in terms of density of population, because the population is not equally distributed, the population is not evenly distributed. So because of this, there is a huge variation in the density of population in our country, within our country. Okay, see, there has been a steady increase of more than 200 persons per square kilometer over the last 50 years, as the density of population increased from 117 persons per square kilometer in 1951 to 382 persons per square kilometer in 2011. So as per the census of 1951, okay, after independence, the first census was conducted in the year 1951, okay, after independence. So during this time, in the year 1951, the average number of people or the density of population in our country was only 117 persons per square kilometer. Okay, but in the year 2011, the density of population increased to 382 persons per square kilometer. Okay, so we can see here that on an average there's an increase of 200 persons per square kilometer over the past 50 years. Okay, which shows that there's a huge increase in the population of our country. Okay, there's a huge growth in the total population of our country actually. Let us now study about the variation in the density of population within our country, okay, from one state to another. So basically, if we study about the spatial variation of population density within our country, there is a huge variation in the density of population. Like the density of population is as low as 17 persons per square kilometer in Arunachal Pradesh to 11,297 persons in the National Capital Territory of Delhi. Okay, so Arunachal Pradesh, the state where the density of population is very much low, where only 17 persons per square kilometer are there. Okay, for whereas in the national capital, okay, that is in Delhi, the density of population is 11,297 persons. That means in 1 square kilometer area, okay, 11,297 persons reside in Delhi, whereas in Arunachal Pradesh, in 1 square kilometer area, average number of people who reside is 17 persons. Okay, so there is a huge variation in the density of population from one region to another. See, among the northern Indian states, the states like Bihar, West Bengal, and Uttar Pradesh have higher densities. Basically, these are the states where the population is also higher. Okay, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, these are the states where the population is also higher. Okay, and the area, as per the area they occupy, the density of population is also higher in this particular states, because okay, higher concentration of population can be found here. As per the 2011 census, Bihar is the state having the highest density of population. Okay, and the density of population is 1,102 persons per square kilometer. West Bengal is the state which ranks second in terms of population density with an average density of 1029 people. Okay, and Uttar Pradesh is the state having the third highest, okay, like in the northern states actually. Not third highest, but among the northern plains, okay, third highest actually. So, whereas I said earlier that Arunachal Pradesh is having the lowest density of population, okay, whereas Bihar is state having the higher density of population. If we see about the southern states, okay, the southern states like Kerala has a density of 859 persons per square kilometer. Tamil Nadu has a density of population 559 persons per square kilometer. Okay, so these are the two states in the peninsular part of our country, okay, which records a higher density. But apart from them, the other states they have a lower density than this. Okay. The states like Assam, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Haryana, Jharkhand, Odisha, they have a moderate density of population. Okay, the density of population is not so high and not so less, but they have a moderate density of population which ranges between 300 to 400 persons per square kilometer. Okay. Whereas, on the other hand, the hill states of the Himalayan region, that is the states which are located in the Himalayan region, okay, and the northern states of India, excluding Assam, they have a relatively low density, okay. Whereas, on the other hand, except Andaman and Nicobar, okay, all the union territories except Andaman and Nicobar Island, they have a higher density of population. Like Delhi, Delhi is a union territory, and 11,000 something population is there in case of Delhi, okay, density of population. Whereas Andaman and Nicobar Island is the union territory which is having the lowest density of population. Okay, so here we come to know about the variation in the density of population within our country. So here we see that the northern Indian states, they have a higher densities, okay, as well as some of the southern states like Kerala and Tamil Nadu, they have a higher density. But the states which are located in the peninsular part of India, they have a moderate density. Even the state like Assam, Gujarat, okay, they are having a moderate density of population. The reason that the hilly areas is having a lower density of population is that they occupy a larger area, but the total number of population is less. Okay, and this is the reason that the average number of people or the density of population is low in those areas. Okay, so here you see the map. In this map, basically different states has been used, okay, to show the states with varying density actually. So here you can see that the states which are marked with very dark color, okay, there the density of population is very higher actually. Okay, the again you can see here the states like Bihar, West Bengal and all having higher density of population. Okay, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and all, they also have a moderate to higher. Okay, whereas Chhattisgarh, Chandigarh, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh and all, they have a low density of population. Okay, so this map provide us information about the density of population of different states and all. Okay, so I hope you all are clear about the term density of population and also about the regional variation in the density of population within our country. So thank you my dear students.